like I don't know. Is this universe is telling me? Like I think it's just I need to leave. I mean, I have been wanting to go, and I feel like this is a signal. You take the signal and you accept it, and then you move on from there. You see where do you go next. It's life is a game. We're always, if you think about it, we have, as humans have defined it as like, reaching certain parts of levels of life. When you're a kid, you live, you go to school, you graduate when you turn 18 or what, turn like an adult, you graduate from school, go to college, get a job, then find a girlfriend or get married, have kids. We have set patterns like when you're old, you are supposed to retire. Um, but essentially, I think we've kind of gamified it. This life is, as we're like really we have a fear of being in the unknown. We want to set, we don't really know what's going to happen next. Nobody knows, can predict the future, right? And because of that, like we follow this set life and what you should be doing, at certain age of life, what you should be doing and what you should be, living around with it. Okay, so I'm a scientist, climate scientist. So I should be, following that path, whatever I studied, all my life. Or at my age of this, maybe 30 or whatever, like you get married, you have kids, you have a house, get a job, get a car, all those things. This is, to me, this is all bullshit. Um, I don't think we need to set these patterns. I think we ought to be able to break it. The thing is, though, there is a huge fear of the unknown. The unknown breeds itself like uncertainty in life. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. Uh, Chaos really exists in me. It's actually kind of part of me. I grew up in India, and if you grow up in India, you know like how chaotic that life is. I've always carried that way in me, and this is how my mind works. It's probably why I'm also a scientist, but the way I think about things. But I've always never been, I don't know, maybe sometimes I have, but like, I have always tried to like be out of my comfort zone, try to push myself to be in a place where I don't really know what my element is, and then see if I can really like, thrive or survive in those places. And that's how like I've always seen how life should be, how life could be, and then how things should be. Um, it's the one thing that has given me happiness. If I look back, I've done, I've been on quite a few adventures, met a lot of interesting people, been on the road, and been on the road like less traveled actually, but and over that years, I think that's what it's taught me. Like, having a same set pattern is just not it for me. Um, I have been nomadic for a really long time. I'm a nomadic soul, which always takes me to interesting places. And if I have the
Is the
opportunity
future.
to do certain things which is non-conventional, technically speaking, why not do that? So I'm kind of at a transition in period in my life. So I have just kind of quit my job.
This is the future.
So yeah, I have been a nomadic soul, and what's going on is in a few weeks I'm probably about to.
Revolution.
This is just the moment of reckoning, right before the madness begins, and I'm gonna go on an adventure which I haven't really thought through, but would be through. As I go along, I'll make things. But the idea is I want to go to head to the Silk Road and see what happens, see where that road, whole road takes me, and then like the journey, what I meet, and what I'm gonna plan to do is like record that. We'll see what happens. So, as first steps to get to the madness is I have to let go of this place. It's quite a nice casa I've got here, but it needs to go. And yeah, pack stuff, think about what I need, how long I'm gonna be going for, all those things haven't been sussed out. But it is in planner, like in process, in whatever, in limbo. But one thing that is certain is that, yeah, I think I'm taking this step out and finally taking away the
This is
game,
the future.
like trying to cut loose the game that
Human
we've
era.
been planning to do. So overall, I think I'm just gonna be making some journey around it. See how the progress goes, where I end up, where I go next, all those things. Figure out
This
each one of
is
the
the
things
future.
of things that I need to let loose, and yeah, go from there. And then um, it's a
Revolution.
bit chaotic. Well, the chaos exists in me. It's a bit chaotic, but it's adventurous. It's also like a bit nervy. But I also always feel good when I'm like in this kind of state. I think I do thrive in it, and then I'll see what happens. Next steps would be over and out, and then once I get enlightened, maybe I'll have some things to say about it. Anyway, over and out.